This is your news report and second stimulus check update for November 8th. A lot of news to cover in today's video, everybody. But first, be sure to subscribe to my channel, click the notifications bell, and get this video to 1,000 likes. Now first, I want to get started by talking about Trump's attorney, Rudy Giuliani. In Philadelphia, right after it was projected Joe Biden is the new president-elect, Trump's personal attorney, Rudy Giuliani, says that lawsuits will be filed Monday. The lawsuits will be challenging votes in the Keystone State. Now let's see what Rudy Giuliani has to say.
The first part of a situation that is extremely troubling, first of all for the state of Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, and then for a number of other states. And these lawsuits will be brought starting on Monday. But the first time it was discovered was here in Pennsylvania just a couple of days ago. Are just a few of about, I'd say 50 to 60 poll watchers who will all testify that they were uniformly deprived of their right to inspect any single part of the mail-in ballots. As you know, from the very beginning, the mail-in ballots were a source of some degree of skepticism, if not a lot of skepticism, as being innately prone to fraud. The New York Times had written that 10 years ago under other circumstances, but of course changed their mind once it was a situation involving President Trump. Congresswoman Jordan, in her vast and compendious review of various forms of voter fraud, cited mail-in ballots as the most prone to fraud. With all that, you would have expected that be a high degree of security and a high degree of inspection that would be provided for mail-in ballots.
Now these were just a couple statements from Rudy Giuliani. But what do you think is going on? Is there some type of voter fraud going on in our election? Leave your comments down below. In addition, according to Fox Business, stimulus fight reboots after Election Day. Senator Mitch McConnell is expected to take a prominent role in aid talks, while Pelosi sees no reason to lower demands. Republican and Democratic lawmakers brace for a volatile lame duck session, with another clash brewing over stimulus aid and the outcome of the race for the White House, as well as some key Senate and House contests still up in the air. Each party logged victories in the week's results, leaving neither side ready to make dramatic concessions in the long-running deliberations over another stimulus relief bill. Democrats pointed to the likely path for the presidential nominee Joe Biden, winning in the White House, while Republicans said their unexpected gains in the House and victories in many contested Senate seats should compel new compromises from Democrats. Now, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell is expected by lawmakers and aides to assume a larger role in negotiations that he had largely ceded to Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin. Remember that Steve Mnuchin has failed to strike an agreement with House Speaker Nancy Pelosi during the weeks of talks leading up to the election, and the White House negotiators were often out of sync with Senate Republicans. Mitch McConnell moved swiftly to plant markers this week, urging lawmakers to reach an agreement around a new stimulus relief bill before the end of the year. He pointed to data released Friday showing that the jobless rates had declined to 6.9%, to highlight the logic behind the Republicans' roughly $650 billion proposal, and that is far smaller than the $2 trillion proposal that Ms. Pelosi and Steve Mnuchin had been discussing. I do think we need another one, but I think it reinforces the argument that I've been making for the past couple of months. Rather than throwing another $3 trillion at this issue is more appropriate. Goes on to say that House Democrats have initially passed a $3.5 trillion aid bill in May. Republicans have argued that the economy was on track to a self-sustaining recovery. Democrats have said more funding was needed to fully address and contain the impact of the pandemic. White House economic advisor Larry Kudlow indicated that the administration was talking with Mr. McConnell about a package similar to what the Senate GOP had proposed. Kudlow said, "We are not interested in $2 trillion or $3 trillion. We think we're in a very strong position. The president and his policies have long coattails in this election." With that being said, that is the most up-to-date stimulus check information. As of now, the Trump campaign and President Trump are filing lawsuits around the country. Therefore, this might put off more stimulus negotiations between Trump, the Democrats, and the Republicans. So before you go, be sure to subscribe to my channel, click the notifications bell, and give this video a like. Thank you for watching, and until next time, have a nice day.